You're going to go at the back. If Sandy's out to play today. Sandy's out to play. I'll take you at the back and get our brekkie. Head, I know that. Coffee.
increase this morning in the latest.
Hit and miss, some play.
Good morning guys and happy Tuesday. I'm just about to have breakfast. And yeah, we had an okay day yesterday. I did some editing, I did some filming, stuff like that. We got some shopping. Did unfortunately miss out on a Facebook pickup. It was another bundle of Monster High. It was £6. It was about a 2.5 hour journey from where we live, roughly. But it had Halt High that we have just sold for £33 recently, and 2 of the big Monster High dolls. And I was had to get it. It was £60 with loads of accessories. I'm like, oh. But I have been thinking that it obviously means something better coming for us, so it's more profitable. It's either going to come up on Facebook, but we literally missed it by seconds, milliseconds, because the lady said, "Oh, I've just agreed to sale." I'm like, no. Which is absolutely gutting because I'm going to put the pictures, 2 pictures she had. I'm not going to save the pictures and put them up. Honestly, that bundle's worth more than 60, and that girl could have got a lot more towards her guitar, but yeah, this bundle was worth a lot of money. So unfortunately we lost out on there, but I do believe it means something better coming, either on Facebook or at the boot sales at the weekend. Fingers crossed, but then again, we do not need stock. It would just been something exciting to buy because I really enjoy sorting Monster High. The things I enjoy sorting are Monster High, Slike, and stuff like that. I love those sort of things. Unfortunately, sad times we didn't get that bundle, but yes, better things are coming. Better things are coming. That's what you got to think, Luz. Better things are coming.
Westminster, good morning to you. So initially 900 extra beds by January, when we've got, 7.5 million people on waiting lists, that doesn't sound very many.
Well, it's important not to conflate the two issues, John, and actually it'll be 5,000 beds by this winter. The announcement today is just £250 million of capital funding for 900 of those beds in 30 trusts, but we are committed to 5,000 beds for this winter, and then in addition to that, an additional 3,000 virtual ward beds, taking the total number of virtual ward beds as part of our urgent and emergency care plan to 10,000.
Virtual ward beds, just explain what that is. That's not actually being in hospital.
It's not. It's like hospital at home with all the monitoring equipment monitored by a consultant, junior doctors and nursing staff and allied health professionals from the hospital, and patients really love it. And it means 10,000 additional beds monitored via hospital that we can check and monitor patients at home in an environment that they can recover in. Hugely popular and adds to the bed base that hospitals have available to them.
NHS providers have welcomed all these extra actual beds in hospitals this winter, but they say it needs to happen before winter begins. And the 900 you've mentioned, that's by January. That's well into the busy winter period, isn't it? Not soon enough, some would say.
So the 900 is as a part of the 5,000, all of which will be in place by the end of the year, but the financial year, but the vast majority will be in place by January. The busiest period for the NHS is often January, February, and then into the first week or so of March. But all of the trusts, as part of the 30, have submitted business plans and business cases, not just to actually build those beds, but actually staff them too. And we're backing those trusts as part of the £1 billion urgent emergency care recovery plan announced in January, with revenue funding to ensure that they're able to staff those beds too.
I'm really confused by all these numbers. 5,000 new beds in hospitals overall. When will they all be delivered?
So all 5,000 will be in place for this winter. The 900 is just this £250 million for 30 trusts. These 900 will be in place.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another video for you. This is going to be a list with me. I'm going to do it slightly different to how I did the last one. So let's crack on. The TV will be playing in the background. So yeah. First one I'm going to be listing is the Monster High doll stands. I'm trying to get you settled. There we go, that's probably the best you're going to get. Alright.
Birds go. Like vultures for me are really up there. They're so important for the environment, nature's clean-up crew, quite literally. And to watch them come down and actually scoff a carcass, it's going to be really good fun. Let's go for it.
Vultures mainly prey on dead animals. They have a powerful acid in their stomach which can break down rotten meat, which helps keep the environment clean.
Well, I'll let them have their dinner. Time. Come on, vultures. She's licking.
Yeah.
She's quite intent on it, isn't she?
Yeah. She's one of the more brazen ones.
Okay, what's her name?
That's Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
Yeah.
That suits her. I like that.
Yeah. She is a little bit of a sassy.
It's funny seeing them kind of walk on the ground, because normally the vultures, they're either kind of perched high up on top of a tree, or they're flying on like a kind of a heat lift.
Exactly, yeah. They're graceful in the air, but not so much on the ground. They kind of hop along a little bit comedic on the ground.
Oh, they're bulky, aren't they? Vultures are big birds. And they're heavy too.
Yeah, and this species can weigh up sort of like 7-8 kilos.
Yeah, it's massive. Oh, look at her. Come on.
Vultures have an incredible sense of smell to sniff out a dying animal. Once they decide to descend, it would only take 3 minutes for 100 vultures to strip an entire carcass clean from top to bottom.
Oh, no, she's coming up slowly. She's slowly building her confidence.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, first little nibble. They come down in numbers of up to 100, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So once you're all together, there's safety in numbers a bit more. But when
Yes.
you're on your own, you've got your head inside some meat. Actually, you're quite vulnerable because you're not able to look out.
Yeah. And like you said, they are really bulky. So if a predator were to suddenly appear, they can't take off really, really quickly.
Oh, look.
There we go. Very tiny little mouthfuls. We are trying to breed these guys.
Okay.
And some species have suffered 90% decline in recent years.
It's hard, isn't it? It's devastating to be losing vultures because they are so important for a healthy ecosystem.
Yes.
Actually rather beautiful when you get to look at them up close and see their kind of characteristics come through. Well, it is lovely to see Khaleesi tucking in, but I am aware the rest of the group are kind of looking down. Should we take a step back and leave them to it?
Yes.
So they can tuck in and enjoy
Exactly.
the food?
Yeah. Who wants to be stared at when they're having dinner?
Well, exactly. That's
Yeah.
not bad. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll head off.
See you later, Khaleesi. Enjoy.
From one pack of unlikely lovable heroes to a bevy of briny beauties.
So this is Belle in the middle here, being as loud as she can.
The sea lion ladies are Belle, Molly, Rue, and the newest recruit, Ida, who's the youngest at 3 years old. Matt has spent time teaching the sea lions to respond to commands, which keeps their brains active and means they can get closer for any health checks if needed. And Ida is the current star pupil.
Ida's definitely stolen the heart since she's been here. She's very confident, very intelligent. Now that she's a little bit bigger, you can see her really integrating and hopefully filling one of the roles of a breeding female as she gets a bit older.
Ida may still have some growing up to do, but for Belle, Molly and Rue, there are hopes that there could be baby sea lions on the horizon. It all depends on one young bull, Memphis.
So Memphis is one of the newer sea lions here. He's a very big character in the group, very vocal. He's just gone up to 5 years old now, which is still quite young, but he's starting to show signs that he does want to breed, so I'll be really excited if we can get a sea lion pup here. It's been quite a long time since we've had any. Buster was the last breeding male that we had here, and now we're hoping Memphis can step up and fill those shoes.
Buster was the grand old man of the lake, a hugely popular character who sadly passed away in 2022.
Buster was one of a kind. He was so gentle for a bull sea lion. Pretty sure he was every keeper's favourite sea lion, so we're definitely going to miss him.
Buster fathered 26 pups, the last of which was born over 8 years ago. It's been a long wait, but if Memphis is up to it, he could start a whole new bloodline and become the latest hero of the lake.
Memphis seems to be doing pretty well with the girls so far. Now, they all seem to like him. We've seen attempted matings with all 3 of the older girls with the would-be old enough to breed. He seems to be doing everything right so far, so it's just waiting to see if he's mature enough. Hey Memphis, it's weigh day. You ready?
One of the ways that the team can determine if Memphis is reaching full maturity is by weighing him.
Oh boy. Up.
Which Matt can do using the training methods.
Touch. Everything we teach them, it's something that will benefit them, make it easier for us to care for them. So getting them to present different body parts, getting them to follow the stick so we can position them where we want. Memphis isn't the best student in the group. Ida's a lot better of a student than Memphis is. No.
Weighing Memphis is important, but
Still
not
on stands
always
at the
easy
moment.
to execute.
Touch.
Right now.
Male sea lions will get absolutely huge. You get some that will get to over 300 kilos. He's starting to develop physically, and he's getting bigger. He was kind of mid-90 kilos last time we weighed him. So hopefully Memphis' weight will be over 100 kilograms today, which shows he's well on his way to becoming a fully sexually mature male. Touch. He's a little bit distracted by the girls sometimes, so it can be hard to get him to focus. But then when he does come up and have a nice session, it does make it a little bit more rewarding that he's still paying you some attention as well.
Memphis first started taking an interest in the ladies last summer, and the young pup was caught making the moves on Belle and Rue. But so far, there's nothing to show for his efforts.
They tend to breed over the summer. You normally expect pups end of May or June, so we're expecting to see some breeding kind of July time, maybe August. It's just whether he was fully mature last year or not.
And the ladies aren't giving anything away either.
It can be quite difficult to tell the difference between just a chubby sea lion and a pregnant sea lion. What do you reckon, Mom? Gonna have a baby? No, he said.
So is Memphis finally ready to grow up and become a dad?
99. Up! So Memphis is still gaining weight nicely. Wasn't quite the 100 kilos he wanted. He was sat at 99 kilos, so very close. But he's definitely on his way to becoming that breeding bull that we're hoping for, and hopefully we'll get pups later this year.
Three pioneering keepers from the park are on a monumental mission and have flown 8,000 miles to the Golden Triangle, where Thailand borders Laos and Myanmar. Tony, Kevin and John are bringing all the rehabilitation learnings they've made with Anne and hope to make a difference to Thailand's captive elephants by giving the handlers all the information they need. Controversially, Thailand has a population of captive elephants. The wild population plummeted almost 99% in the last century as humans encroached on the elephant's natural habitat, stripping land for farms and bringing the wild elephants into employment.
Years ago, the elephants that you can see here, they would have been used in the agricultural business. Now they're used very much as a tourist attraction. There's a lot of controversy about it's how they can continue to feed and look after these elephants, because otherwise they would be unemployed and their condition would be 10 times worse.
To help make a change, education is needed, and that's where our team come in.
By improving the welfare of elephants that are owned, because they're so long-lived, we can give wild populations the chance to recover. Hello, you. Hello. Hello, darling. So it's always interesting how they turn.
Using Anne's case as a blueprint, they plan to share as much wisdom with the local herd and their handlers about the osteopathy techniques they use at the park. The first job is to assess each elephant's condition.
What we're doing at the moment is filming the elephant's gait, so how they move. Yeah, just coming back and then...
These giant-eared patients have all been rescued by the Golden Triangle Asian Elephant Foundation.
There you go. Some of these have actual problems, physical problems, some of them emotional issues. But with her, what's nice is you can really see the head sway and a much faster gait.
A lot of the elephants have had quite a mixed background. They might have been previously in the logging industry, used for tourism, sometimes possibly not in the best environment. So the treatment for these elephants is based upon their history.
Hello, hello, Pompoy. Hello, Pompoy.
Pompoy was a street elephant who's been lame since a run-in with a truck which fractured her hind leg.
Hello.
And next thing on the list is an LOL surprise OMG remix doll called Honey This Is. Comes with all this ready. It has been opened, but it even comes with her box, but she's never been played with. So that's this thing. Woohoo!
Tell me you can take so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive. Tell me you can take me home. Tell me you can take me home. So far from where we started from, but everywhere with you is a perfect view. let you make it.
So my camera's doing an update, ready for the weekend, because I'm hoping to go to a Saturday and Sunday run this weekend, and then next Wednesdays I'm hoping to go to, because the following weekend I won't get to a Saturday one, but I will get to a Sunday one, but it'll be a later start one, because we're going to be in London a week Saturday. Fingers crossed. So this is all doing updates. Let's turn this, I don't think it's off, I think it's just busy. So this is doing this. I'm going to go and get dressed while this is updating, which is good.
We still
Right, let's get some water in. Kettle jug is there. I don't know if you can even see me. See if I can get these knots out of the. This is the worst side. That's where the knot is, I think. I think I've done it. Because I'm about to film and I don't want my hair. it's done the best it can be. Let's tie it back up. Let's take you back to the kitchen. Oh, that cat was heavy.
Elsa, why is Isle Martin so good for seaweed?
Isle Martin and really the whole of the west coast of Scotland are really good for seaweed because there's a lot of clean, cold water up here, especially it's nice hard rocks, so it gets a good firm hold.
And that's what it needs. It needs the rocks that actually we're struggling to walk over.
Yeah.
It doesn't want that kind of muddy or sandy estuary.
We're in the thing called the Goldilocks zone for kelp, which is where it's not too cold, not too hot, it's just right.
And why are you so interested in this? Where does the fascination come from?
I mean, I grew up on the beach basically, and I think I've just gotten more and more obsessed with seaweed. Especially the kelp, which is such a huge role to play. It's like the cradle of life in the inshore. It is the bottom of the food chain. But there's so much growing on it, and then it's hold fast, and that in turn is feeding commercially important fish species, also birds, mammals, and of course then we're all reliant on them as well. It protects Scotland's coasts from wave action. It stabilises sediment. It's like a protective blanket that we've got. It's more biodiverse than a rainforest.
Really?
There are thought to be more than 650 types of seaweed on these shores, all helping to combat climate change as they absorb carbon dioxide.
We're noticing the sea is getting more acidic because of climate change, but it actually ameliorates that and can buffer the acidity. Wow. So really we have to protect these incredible assets that we've got. To be able to call it work, even in a small way, it's so lucky. It's constantly changing. You've seen a world that was hidden just a short time before. I mean, I totally lose time in the seaweed zone.
Yeah.
And I get to snack.
We've got our scissors, so talking of snacking, maybe you can show me a few that we might be able to eat?
I certainly can.
Eating seaweed isn't a modern fad. It's thought that humans were cooking and eating it up to 14,000 years ago. So, probably about time I tried it.
This tiny seaweed's one.
Let's get a cup of tea. And then get my dog mum mug, I think. Oh, is that too small? And that'll do. It's wide at the bottom, so should make a decent cuppa. Today's going to be busy. good mood. That means I can finish editing it later. Did a wee in it so I can get the biscuits ready. Right, I'm off to Chinham. We actually pick up Maggie and Luke from the school holiday clubs, but we're going to go a bit earlier so I can go to some charity shopping in Chinham. But Mum said we need to leave at 1:45. It's now 1:50. If I'm short of time again at these charity shops because she can't be bothered to actually keep to her time and start doing annoying things, which she's had all day to do. Bit in there for my day. 2 more to go. It's that last one's open. Fingers crossed. Nothing in that one again. And there was, but I just, yeah, I don't know if I need it. Third one's out. Nothing for us today. Disappointing, but that's life, wasn't it? eBay reseller. Hopefully things pick up. But that last one is no longer taking kids' toys. Random. Going back for the boy. Apparently it was different. So who knows? Hello, doggy. Doggy wants to say hello to everyone. Right, let's get back to the charity shop and hope it's still there. Thank you. Right? Just him, please. Back to the car we go. I'm not carrying a doll, I'm like a loser. Let's not carry it around like that. Back to the car.